is YouTube is dead. It's no good for flow artists. And you're wrong. What up, Flow fam? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Luminous, and today we are talking about YouTube for flow artists. And yes, before you even mention it, yes, I did wear this shirt in the last video I made, but I feel like people didn't really get to appreciate it and get to see it in its full glory. Like, look at this. It is ultra silly and ridiculous, and I am here for it. Plus, it's Pride Month. You know, you gotta be extra for Pride. Oh, why do people let me on the internet? I don't know. I'm excited to talk about this today because I feel like when I talk to most flow artists about YouTube, their first thing that they always say is YouTube is dead. It's no good for flow artists. But you know what? It's actually really great for flow artists, and you're wrong. It's just hard, but I'm gonna help you. And YouTube isn't great for everything, and we're definitely gonna get into that. I'm gonna break it down so that way you can figure out if YouTube is a good move for you. This video is gonna be good for people who have a business and people who just wanna start with YouTube. We're gonna do both of you. And before we jump into things, make sure to give this video a like, leave me a comment, and don't forget to hit those notification bells. That way you get notified when I post new content. And we also have the wizards of the channel, and the wizards of the channel are Flow Toys, Astro Hoops, Matrix Fire Safety, Fun and Motion Toys, Fire Terror Light Toys, and Flow DNA. Thanks, friends! And this channel is also brought to you by my beautiful, wonderful, most gracious Patreon supporters. If you want to become a Patreon supporter, you can head on over to my Patreon, where you can be involved in different things in my channel, or you can head on over to my website, luxwand.com, where I have lots of fun flow arts related clothing, and every single bit of money raised goes directly into funding this channel, so that way I can keep bringing you more content. Alright friends, let's go ahead and jump into it. So the number one key thing that you need to settle before you even start your channel is what can you commit to? Because with YouTube, you have to be consistent. You know, some YouTubers, it's every single day. Some YouTubers, it's 3 times a week. I'm the kind of YouTuber that likes to post 1 video a week. That is all I have time for, and that's all I can mentally be able to handle. If I had to do this every single day, I would lose my mind. I love you all, but not that much. So once you have a schedule, stick to it. It's so important that you remain consistent. If you have months in between videos, your channel is not gonna do well. I highly suggest doing at least once a week or every other week and keep it consistent. But if you are thinking, oh gosh, no, I won't be able to do that and stick on that schedule, then perhaps YouTube is not what you're looking for. Instagram is a much better situation because you can post photos when you're not posting videos. But consistency is key. If you do not enjoy filming and editing, YouTube is not the thing for you. This is heavy, intense editing, making videos look crisp as heck. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of production. I personally think that it definitely pays off. I mean, it's worked for me. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is if YouTube is even right for you. With marketing your business, video is one of the best marketing tools. Straight up, hands down, but video can be used on many different platforms. And YouTube, like many other platforms, is very specific with the content it has. And not just the content that it has, but the content that actually does well. So now you gotta kind of think of the types of videos that are on YouTube and the kinds of videos that you search for. It's usually how-to videos or DIY videos, as well as list videos. Oh, goodness gracious. People love a good list, let me tell you. So videos that are just flow videos usually don't do super well unless they are high production. So if you have a high production video that you release on YouTube, that's gonna do much better than something you just kind of shot on your phone that probably should belong on Instagram or Facebook, but instead you uploaded it to YouTube and it's not doing very well. That is probably what's going on. It doesn't have to be top tier high production, but it has to be more than just your phone on a tripod on the ground with grain, lots of grain, and maybe some smear on the lens. That for some reason, flow artists got the lens smear. drives me nutty. All right, so now you know the kinds of videos that should go onto YouTube and things that don't do very well on YouTube. So now think of this and how you can apply it to your business. So perhaps you are a performer or a prop maker or event producer. So the way that I would use YouTube if I was just like a performer, I would document my performance life. I would like clue people into like the different things that I'm doing with choreography, how to book gigs, how to put together like a fire circle. There's so much there that you could do as a performer that isn't just performing, which you could put like performances up there, but you're gonna do a lot better if it was like how to promote yourself as a performer. So if I was a prop maker making videos, what I would do is go out, grab a gimbal, film people like spinning the props that I've made for like marketing, PR, promo kind of situation for product releases. You could also go into like what it takes to design, you know, what it takes to like be a prop maker, things like that. People like hearing people's stories. So that's another thing that is really special about the flow arts, is because it's so different and so weird that people will just watch it just to watch it. I definitely have some people on my channel that watch me that don't spin at all, which is awesome. Thank you for sticking around. I appreciate you. Now, if I was an event producer, oh buddy, we already see this with FAI, where they release tutorials, they do event recaps, you can do interviews, you can do all kinds of different things. You have so much there that you can create content for, that you can make this whole marketing campaign on just videos, for the most part. Perhaps YouTube is not the channel for you, because you can do like quick little tutorials on Instagram that do really well. And we've all seen those little video where it's like a voiceover and it's got the text on it and like, oh, do this with the hoop now. Those are wonderful for Instagram because most of the time people aren't watching those with the audio on, but with YouTube, you do have audio. And personality is important. Nobody enjoys just listening to a voiceover on YouTube. They like little pizzazz, little authenticity. Okay, so now that you kind of have an idea of what you could possibly make for YouTube that coincides with your business, now I want to talk about the actual content. With YouTube, it is so important to have authenticity. You know, as authentic can be with a camera and editing software. You want to create a channel that is unique and special to you. Something that when people come to the channel, they're all like, yep, that's a Luminous video. We're just about to strap in for some Luxing time. Luxing time? So there's this girl that I follow, her name's Bailey. I can't remember her last name, but she does makeup, but as she's doing makeup, she also like tells a horror story or some like true crime stories, and it is phenomenal because there are so many makeup artists on YouTube. Everybody wants to do a how-to. Literally. Not everybody's gonna succeed at being a popular makeup channel if everybody is doing the same thing. So what Bailey has done has taken something that is very mainstream and then put a niche topic in it. So having that aspect about her channel makes her channel stand out a lot. It makes it so that way, even if I have watched a makeup tutorial on the same thing, I'm gonna click hers anyways, even if I already know how to do the makeup, because I wanna get that story. That's really interesting and unique, which really segues me into the next section, which is perfect. So the most important thing that you have to do before you even start your YouTube channel is research. You're gonna hear me say this a couple times. You need to research. See what other people are doing, see what's already out there. Again, you don't wanna create a channel that is exactly the same thing as somebody else. So if you look at Flow Arts, we already have like several poi channels. So if you're going to make tutorials on poi and you have these people already making like really good tutorials, what do? How do you make that stand out against them? So that way people will click on you instead of them, or click on them and you. Perhaps it's poi tutorials while cooking. And same with hoopers. There's a million hoop tutorials out there. What makes your channel stand out against all those other hoopers? And a really great thing about tutorials is that people will go back and rewatch them over and over and over and over again. They have longevity. So if you end up doing a YouTube channel, tutorials are a phenomenal way to like get those views and numbers up there. Do research. Straight up, watch as many YouTube videos as you possibly humanly can. absorb all the information. But things are always changing, styles are changing, the algorithm's changing, and you have to keep up on it, which is a pain. So now at this point, you should have figured out what you want to do with your channel. But once you have that all figured out, the next thing you're gonna have to do is grab some equipment and start filming. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave a Amazon link down in the description down below. It's gonna be a whole list of beginner equipment that isn't like too expensive, but will also like get the job done. Cause you know your girl Paul's on a budget. Budget, ballin'. So the next thing you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to get editing software. My suggestion is definitely going to be that you should get the Adobe Suite. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, get Canva or get the thing that Apple has. The big reason why I say to like step away from those kind of things and just dive into Adobe. Yes, Adobe is difficult, Adobe is expensive, but it is worth your while. Adobe is industry standard. So going ahead and getting into Adobe now is seriously the best thing you could do for yourself. It will take a while to learn, so you may as well get a jump on it now versus like trying to do it way down the line. And there are tons of tutorials on YouTube of how to use Adobe programs. That is literally how I learned how to do literally all of this. YouTube is amazing. But of course, like if you're just starting out, using Canva is totally fine. It is a free program. It will get the job done. But when you get further down your business or like further down the rabbit hole of just starting a YouTube channel, you're going to need real editing software. And sorry, but it's Adobe. Fight me. It's got so much functionality. All right, so now that you know what you're doing, you have the equipment, and you filmed your first video, now it's the most important part, the SEO. And I know you're already gonna ask me, but Lux, what is SEO? SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. YouTube is a massive search engine. It is essentially Google. So when you upload a video, you can't just upload a video. There's so much that needs to be done in the back end of the video to make it searchable. And that means that when people search in how to LEVIWAND, one of my videos pops up. Or if you want to do like how to spin poi, you know, one of your video pops up. That is what you're aiming for, is to rank really high and win. And with SEO, research. Research. So with this, you're also gonna want to research keywords. You don't want to go for like the super competitive words, like let's just say art. How many freaking hits do you think there is on YouTube for just the word art? It is massive. So what you want to do is create smaller keywords that are very specific to what you do. Poi. You can get more specific with poi dance or fire poi. You want to make it niche, but you also want people to be searching for it. You don't want to use a keyword that nobody's searching for. So a way that you can research your keywords is to just like go into YouTube and search LEVIWAND and see what pops up. If it's like a whole bunch of videos, you know that that is pretty competitive. So the next thing you need to do is your keywords have to be in your description, in your title, and in your audio. Yeah, this is an interesting one. You need to actually talk about the things that you are putting in your keywords. So if I make an entire video about LEVIWAND and then I use all the keywords for poi, I'm not gonna search very well for poi. So with the YouTube algorithm, it's literally looking through every single word. Audio, everything that's typed, your titles. So the very last thing that I'm gonna talk about are thumbnails. And here in the Florence community, I swear to goodness gracious, we're a community full of artists and thumbnails look horrific, like real bad. Again, you're going to want to research and see what other people are doing for their thumbnails. Look at the top tier creators on the YouTube platform and see what their thumbnails look like and be like, oh, okay, they're doing that. Well, I can do that. Very easy, you know? Like the really bad design makes people not want to click on it. Just like with any other like book cover, you know, when something's real ugly, nobody wants to click it. But if it looks really nice, they'll click it. And with thumbnails, you don't have to go super crazy. I go a little crazy sometimes because I'm bored, but it's honestly not necessary. What I usually do for my thumbnails, I'll get up close and I'll pose, do a fun, you know, one of these, Because if I take the picture and I'm moving around and talking and stuff, it's gonna be an awkward, you know, face picture cover screenshot. It's no good. So I always try to like pose for it to try to get like the best photo to make a thumbnail out of. And again, you're gonna use that Adobe, you're gonna use that Photoshop, you're gonna use that InDesign. Adobe is a phenomenal program. It's got so much functionality, and if you ever do move on to doing stuff out of YouTube and doing it for a company, you're going to be industry ready. And that's what I'm trying to like aim for with all of you, is make you industry ready, because we can use what we learn with flow arts and apply it to big corporate businesses or our own businesses or anything else. I'm trying to set you up for your future. Alrighty friends, well I hope that you all learned something about YouTube, and I'm sure it has left a lot of questions, but again, research. Do your research, search the things, read as much as you humanly possibly can about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Everybody should get on YouTube. We could have crossover episodes, come on. Meet up at a festival and bring our cameras and be like, yo, come on my channel. And you could be like, ooh, come on my channel. And it would be cool. This is what I want. I just want crossover episodes with friends. Which I might get one soon. If you're new or lurking, welcome to the Wand Life. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions at all, always leave me a comment down below and I will help you out. Okay, bye. See you all on the wand side.